Sigmund Freud has twisted versions of a theory. He believes we start to have animosity towards the same gender parent when we were young, because we create a type of attractions to the parent of the opposite gender. According to Freud, this is why in our childhood, daughters are often seen arguing with their mothers while cozying up with their fathers. As children, we soon form a close bond with the parents of the opposite gender. A father is the first male a young girl develops a relationship with, so he eventually becomes her superior guy throughout the life. Well, we don't believe that you should accept this theory, but in today's video, we're going to discuss everything that you should know about Oedipus complex, aka the Freudian complex. The term Oedipus complex was invented by neurologist Sigmund Freud in the early 1900s. Freud developed theories about the cycle of psychosexual growth in children and how it influenced their relationships in adult life. One of Freud's theories was that there's a phase of development where children compete with the same gender parent for the attentions and appreciations of the opposite gender parent. Freud accepted that a weak relationship between a mother and her son could lead to long-term dysfunction in the family. Freud's theory points out that the rivalry between a young child and their adult parent can take on a different factor, while noticing that there are some aspects of a husband-wife relationship that aren't part of the parent-child relationship. Part of childhood development includes a healthy recognition of the relationship between parent and child. Freud believes that an Oedipus complex can develop during the phallic stage of development. In Freud's theory, this stage of development generally appears when children are between the age of 3 and 5 and is the stage in which children create their gender identity. Freud believed that finishing this stage of development confirmed that children can identify their same gender parent and develop a mature identity. Freud believed that this separation process can be difficult for some boys, and when they see their father and mother having emotional encounters with each other, the bitterness can build more and more. It's important to note that Freud's theory was almost completely focused on male children and fully on heterosexual parents. His theory notes that as children mature, they may start to notice that one parent is different from the other and that they also resemble one parent more than the other. During this stage of development, Freud imagined that boys become more self-sufficient and start to separate themselves from their mother, while feeling that their mother can care for others. Freud believed that this separation process can be hard for some boys. Freud cited that while young boys possibly don't have full knowledge of intercourse, they may feel specific differences in their affections and feelings for their mother and their father. Freud emphasized the importance of revealing a healthy relationship between mother and father for the child. If the boy feels that his feelings are hurt, Freud thought he may feel a bigger desire to protect his mother from his father. However, initially based on boys' relationships with their mother, Freud expanded the definitions of the Oedipal complex to apply to girls as well, while believing that kids indicated the complex differently depending on their gender. One of Freud's contemporaries, psychoanalyst and psychologist Carl Jung, recommended a separate description specific to harmful relationships between young girls and their fathers, called as Electra complex. According to Jung and Freud, the weak thought patterns of Oedipus and Electra complexes left undiagnosed lead to endless anger of the opposite gender parent and fellow members of their gender. According to Freudian psychosexual theory, in households without both a mother and father figure, small children may have a difficult time in getting over an Oedipus complex because there might not be a same gender parent to identify, which prevents them from successfully passing through the phallic stage. Freud's theory of psychosexual development claims that if an Oedipal complex isn't resolved successfully, it can harm the young child's potential to transition into the next stage of development. Well, Freud thought that boys can infine an unhealthy fixation by becoming mother fixated, or for girls with an Electra complex, father fixated. According to Freudian theory, unresolved Oedipus complexes in childhood can make it tough for these children to have a strong romantic relationships as adults. This theory proposes that the ability to make friends with members of the same gender may also be affected, as these individuals may see other men or other women as a competitions for mates. Freud believed that men with Oedipus complex would display a hyper-aggressive attitude, especially if they realize another man is creeping on their girlfriends or wife. For women with an Electra complex, he thought they may use gender as a choice for a loving relationship. In an experiment to recapture the affections they subconsciously feel they didn't acquire from their father. Freudian psychoanalysts believe the therapy works better when the children are younger, but the intensive therapy can also help adults make peace with an Oedipus complex and experience healthy and mature relationships. What's your take on the Freudian complex? Tell us in the comment section below. Well, that's it for today. don't forget to hit the red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. See you soon, thanks for watching!